You are not here for comfort, you are here for control. Control of your mouth, your mind, your chaos, and your money. 4 forces that either enslave you or make you untouchable. Most men live as servants to their impulses. They talk too much, they think too soft, they drown in disorder, and they waste their wealth. But you, if you're listening now, you're not most men. You came here to sharpen your edge, to step into Machiavellian mode. This is not about kindness. This is not about morality. This is about strategy, leverage, and survival. You want freedom? You want power? Then you must become your own master before you can command others. Your mouth must speak with precision. Your mind must be fortified like stone. Your chaos must be bent into order. And your money must serve your ambitions like an army serves its general. I will give you the blueprint. 10 parts, 10 weapons. By the end, you will not be the same man you were before pressing play. You will be colder, sharper, more dangerous, and more disciplined. If you're ready, type in the comments, I am untouchable. Say it, own it, write it. Now, let's begin. Number 1, control your mouth. Your mouth is the first weapon and the first weakness. Men destroy themselves not with fists, but with words they should never have spoken. Loose tongues leak strategy, betray emotion, and expose vulnerabilities. Silence, on the other hand, is a fortress. When you speak less, you force others to reveal themselves. When you choose your words with precision, every sentence becomes a blade. Machiavelli himself warned that men judge more by appearances than by reality. Your words create that appearance. If your mouth runs wild, you give your enemies ammunition. If your mouth is disciplined, you make them starve for clues. Do not waste energy on chatter, jokes, or explanations that buy you nothing. Learn to answer with brevity or not at all. Cold silence unsettles people. They cannot measure you, so they fear you. Every man who wants to be untouchable must learn the art of withholding. Never explain your strategy, never confess your weakness, never let your emotions spill into the air where they can be weaponized against you. Control your mouth, and you control perception. Control perception, and you control power. If you understand this, write in the comments, my silence is my weapon, and let the world wonder what you're plotting while you sharpen your edge in silence. Number 2, control your mind. Your mind is the throne upon which every decision sits, and most men treat it like a marketplace, open to anyone, cluttered with noise, polluted by distractions. If your mind is weak, you are nothing but a puppet pulled by the strings of emotion, impulse, and fear. A Machiavellian man does not let his mind drift like a leaf in the wind. He trains it like a soldier, sharp, disciplined, relentless. To control your mind, you must first learn to separate emotion from calculation. Emotion clouds judgment, while calculation clarifies it. When others panic, you must remain cold. When others celebrate, you must stay measured. Your strength lies not in how loudly you feel, but in how deeply you think. Guard what enters your mind, every book, every conversation, every image you consume, because these are seeds that grow into thoughts, and thoughts grow into actions. A weak man feeds his mind with poison and wonders why his life rots. A strong man feeds his mind with strategy, philosophy, and power. To master the battlefield of life, you must first master the battlefield within your skull. Ruthless focus, ruthless clarity, ruthless discipline, that is the foundation of mental control. If you understand this law, write in the comments, my mind is my fortress. Say it with conviction, because once your mind is fortified, no one can invade, manipulate, or break you. Control your mind, and you control your fate. Number 3, control your chaos. Chaos is the natural state of the world, and weak men are swallowed by it. Look around. Disorder, distraction, endless noise. Most men are tossed around like leaves in a storm, forever reacting, forever overwhelmed. But a Machiavellian mind knows that chaos is not an enemy, it is raw power. The difference lies in control. When you master chaos, you bend the storm to your will. Discipline is the weapon that cuts through disorder. Structure is the armor that protects you from the unpredictable. The man who commands his environment becomes the general of his own life, while others drown in the mud of their own undirected energy. Start with your body, your space, your time. The disorganized man cannot build empires. He can barely keep his room clean. Chaos on the outside is a reflection of chaos within, and the untouchable man refuses to tolerate either. Order is not about perfection. It is about efficiency, leverage, and focus. When you create order, you conserve energy. When you conserve energy, you can strike with precision. Learn to direct the chaos of your own impulses, your anger, your lust, your laziness. These forces are not to be destroyed. They are to be harnessed like fire. Fire can burn a house down, or it can forge steel. The choice is yours. Control your chaos, and you will move through life like a storm contained within iron walls. Destructive when you choose, unshakable when tested. Others will look at you and see calm, but beneath the calm is a man who has weaponized disorder into strategy. If you understand this law, write in the comments, "I command the storm." Say it, because once you control chaos, no betrayal, no crisis, no unexpected blow can break you. You will be the man who thrives in disorder while others crumble. Control chaos and you stand untouchable. Number 4, control your money. Money is not just currency, it is leverage, it is influence, it is survival, and it is freedom. Men without money are forced to obey, forced to beg, forced to bow their heads to those who have it. You cannot claim power while living in financial chains. A Machiavellian man knows that money is not about greed, it is about control. It is a weapon sharper than a blade, because with it, you can buy time, loyalty, silence, or escape. The tragedy is that most men waste it, bleeding their wealth on pleasures that weaken them, cheap thrills, fleeting entertainment, endless consumption. They feed the system that enslaves them instead of building their own fortress. Discipline with money is discipline with life. Every dollar must be treated as a soldier in your army, deployed strategically, never wasted recklessly. Invest in what multiplies, spend on what strengthens, starve what drains you, hoard when the herd spends, spend when the herd panics. To control money, you must kill impulse and master patience. You must think like a predator stalking opportunity, waiting for the exact moment to strike. Power respects those who respect their own resources. A man who controls his money cannot be blackmailed, cannot be easily manipulated, cannot be cornered. He always has options, and options are power. Wealth whispers influence. It commands silently without needing to boast. Money is not the goal, it is the foundation. It is the oxygen of ambition, and without it, your grand strategies will suffocate. Control your money, and you free yourself from dependence. Lose control, and you will always dance to another man's tune. If you understand this, type in the comments, "My money serves me, not the world." Say it, because once you control your money, you control one of the most dangerous levers of power in existence. And the man who controls money controls his destiny. Number 5, mastering self-discipline. Discipline is the bridge between desire and domination. Every man has dreams, but only the disciplined man has the power to transform them into reality. Without discipline, your mouth betrays you, your mind wanders, your chaos consumes you, and your money evaporates. Discipline is the iron spine that holds all power together. It is the ability to command yourself when no one is watching, to execute when your emotions scream for comfort, to stay silent when your ego demands attention. Weak men chase motivation, strong men forge discipline. Motivation is fleeting, discipline is eternal. It is the daily practice of mastery, the ruthless consistency that transforms average men into legends. Machiavelli understood that appearances matter more than intentions, and discipline crafts the appearance of control. People respect the man who does what others cannot. They fear the man who shows no weakness in the face of temptation. Every decision is a battle. Comfort versus power, impulse versus control, laziness versus action. Each time you choose discipline, you sharpen your edge. Each time you surrender to weakness, you dull it. A disciplined man does not need to speak of power, he radiates it. His presence alone commands authority because his self-mastery is undeniable. Discipline is not about denying pleasure, it is about delaying it, controlling it, bending it into service of your higher aims. You must condition yourself like a weapon, refined, sharpened, deadly. That means rising early, working relentlessly, training your body, sharpening your mind, and cutting out every habit that enslaves you. Freedom is not found in indulgence, it is found in restraint. If you understand this truth, write in the comments, "Discipline is my crown." Say it, because once you master discipline, you no longer depend on luck, inspiration, or circumstance. You depend only on your unbreakable will. And the man with unbreakable will is unstoppable. Number 6. The power of perception. Power is not just what you are, it is what others believe you are. Perception is the mask of kings, the armor of predators, the invisible weapon of every Machiavellian strategist. Men think reality matters, but Machiavelli taught us long ago, it is appearances that rule the world. A weak man may be strong in private, but if no one sees it, it is irrelevant. A strong man may falter in secret, but if his image remains unshaken, he remains untouchable. This is why you must become the architect of your own perception. Every word, every silence, every gesture must be deliberate. Never let the world see you sweat. Never let your enemies taste your fear. Even if you are bleeding inside, project steel. Perception is control over the minds of others, and the one who controls perception controls reality itself. Understand this. People are simple. They are drawn to confidence, to authority, to the illusion of certainty. Give them what they crave, and they will follow you. Deprive them of it, and they will devour you. Your enemies will always try to unmask you, to expose your cracks, to drag you down into mediocrity. You cannot allow it. Craft your reputation as carefully as a general crafts his war plan. Guard it with vigilance. Do not be careless with your image, because perception once shattered is almost impossible to rebuild. Power is not about being liked, it is about being respected, even feared. The untouchable man knows how to appear calm in chaos, generous when it suits him, ruthless when required, loyal when it benefits him. He knows when to play the saint, when to play the wolf, when to play the ghost. Life is a stage, and perception is the mask you wear. Weak men resist this truth. Strong men exploit it. Never confuse authenticity with transparency. You can be authentic to your purpose without exposing every detail of your life. Remember, the less they know, the more they imagine. And imagination is often more powerful than truth. If you understand this, write in the comments, "I shape the mask shapes the world." Say it, because once you master perception, you are no longer bound by reality. You bend reality to your will. And that, more than anything else, is the essence of Machiavellian power. Number 7. The psychology of fear and respect. Fear and respect are the twin pillars of authority, and every Machiavellian mind knows the delicate balance between them. To be loved is a weakness, to be feared is safer, but to be respected is supreme. Love is fickle, it vanishes when the winds shift, but fear endures. Still, fear without respect breeds rebellion, and respect without a hint of fear breeds complacency. The untouchable man commands both, never through begging, never through pleading, but through presence, action, and control. Fear is not about raising your voice or striking your enemies. It is about making others hesitate before crossing you. It is the aura of consequence, the silent warning that to betray you is to suffer loss. Respect is not about titles or status. It is about competence, consistency, and undeniable strength. When men fear your wrath but respect your wisdom, they align with you not out of convenience, but out of necessity. You must study people, their insecurities, their desires, their limits, and understand exactly what makes them bend. The wolf does not roar like a lion, yet the herd still trembles at its presence. Fear and respect are psychological weapons, and you must wield them with precision. Be generous when it serves you, ruthless when required, silent when it unsettles, and decisive when others hesitate. Men admire strength, but they obey consequence. Give them both. Weak men are ruled by their need to be liked. Strong men are ruled by their ability to be unlikable when necessary. Your task is not to be admired, it is to be untouchable. That means some will hate you, some will envy you, but all will respect the weight of your presence. If you understand this law, write in the comments, "I am feared, I am respected." Say it, because once you master this balance, you step into a realm where no man dares test you lightly, and when they do, they regret it. Number 8, strategic relationships and alliances. No man rises alone. Power is not built in isolation. It is built through the careful weaving of alliances, relationships, and connections that can be used as weapons or shields. But here is the truth most men cannot stomach. People are not friends. They are assets. Every bond must serve a purpose. Every alliance must have a function. Every relationship must be evaluated with the cold eye of strategy. Weak men chase loyalty, believing that brotherhood will save them, but loyalty without leverage is a myth. Men are loyal only as long as it benefits them, and the moment it doesn't, they will turn. A Machiavellian man expects this, and so he never depends on sentiment. Instead, he cultivates influence. You must learn how to be useful to others while never becoming dependent on them. Give value to the powerful so they tolerate your presence. Offer stability to the chaotic so they lean on you. Provide opportunity to the ambitious so they cannot afford to turn against you. Position yourself as necessary, not optional. At the same time, cut ties with those who drain you, betray you, or offer no value. Ruthlessness in relationships is not cruelty, it is survival. Your time, your attention, your energy are finite, and to waste them on the unworthy is a betrayal of your own destiny. Build networks like a spider builds its web, invisible, silent, yet unbreakable. You must know how to charm, how to intimidate, how to inspire, and how to disappear when needed. Never show all your cards, never reveal your true intentions, never mistake an ally for a brother. Allies can become enemies overnight. Keep them close enough to use, but distant enough to cut away without hesitation. Study history. Every king, every conqueror, every ruler survived because of alliances, but also fell because they trusted too deeply. Learn from their downfall. Relationships are chess pieces, not decorations. Use them to shield yourself, to expand your reach, to build opportunities you could never achieve alone. But remember this, the moment an alliance becomes a chain, you cut it. The untouchable man is flexible, adaptable, and always in control of who he lets into his circle. And above all, never forget, your most dangerous enemy will often come disguised as a loyal ally. If you understand this truth, write in the comments, "My alliances serve my power." Say it, because once you master the art of relationships, you will no longer be a pawn on someone else's board. You will be the one moving the pieces. Number 9, the art of patience and timing. Power is not won by those who rush blindly into battle, but by those who wait, watch, and strike at the precise moment when the enemy is weakest and the reward is greatest. Patience is not weakness. It is a weapon sharper than rage. Timing is not luck. It is the ability to read the flow of events and insert yourself when the world bends in your favor. Most men fail because they cannot wait. They lust for instant gratification. They chase opportunities half-formed. They expose their intentions too soon, and in doing so, they bleed themselves dry. The Machiavellian man understands that patience creates leverage, and leverage creates power. The more you wait, the more information you gather, the more your enemies reveal, the more opportunities ripen, and the less effort you need to dominate. Patience is the art of restraint, the discipline to act only when action guarantees the maximum outcome. Timing, however, is the execution of that patience, knowing when to unleash your strength. Think of the predator. It does not chase every rabbit it sees. It waits for the perfect strike, One kill that feeds it longer than 10 wasted hunts. Life is the same. Do not waste energy on worthless battles. Do not reveal your strategy until the field is yours to claim. The impatient man burns himself out in 100 directions. The patient man conquers all with a single decisive blow. When others rush, slow down. When others hesitate, accelerate. Your advantage comes from never being predictable, from always moving at the rhythm you choose. Master the clock, and you master men. There is no glory in action for its own sake. There is only glory in action that changes everything. Every empire was built by rulers who understood when to build, when to destroy, when to wait, and when to strike. You must do the same. If you understand this truth, write in the comments, "My patience is my blade." Say it, because once you master patience and timing, you will no longer be a man reacting to the world. You will be the man the world reacts to. Number 10. Becoming untouchable. To become untouchable is not to live without enemies. It is to live beyond their reach. It is not to avoid conflict. It is to stand so high above it that even when arrows are shot, they fall short. The untouchable man is not a ghost hiding from the world. He is a fortress visible to all, yet impenetrable to every assault. This is the culmination of everything: control of your mouth, control of your mind, mastery of chaos, dominion over money, unbreakable discipline, mastery of perception, command of fear and respect, strategic alliances, and ruthless patience. Together, these form an empire within you, an empire no external force can topple. To be untouchable is to eliminate dependency. You do not rely on approval, you do not rely on validation, you do not rely on fragile loyalties. Your self-control, your strategy, your resources make you sovereign. Sovereignty is the highest form of freedom. It means your existence does not bend to any master, and your fate cannot be rewritten by another's hand. Most men are pawns of their own weaknesses. They sabotage themselves with their tongues, they drown in their emotions, they live in chaos, they bleed their wallets, they collapse under temptation, they chase acceptance, they bow to fear, they cling to false friends, they act without patience. They are not men, they are prey. But the man who becomes untouchable transforms into something else entirely. He is the wolf who prowls where he chooses, the shadow that cannot be trapped, the strategist who moves 3 steps ahead. He does not beg to be liked because he knows respect is worth more. He does not waste time fighting small wars because his empire is too vast to be concerned with ants. He is cold when coldness is required, warm when warmth is a tool, ruthless when ruthlessness brings results, and silent when silence is the loudest weapon. Becoming untouchable is not about being perfect. It is about being unreadable, unshakable, and unbreakable. The world will test you. It will try to lure you with women, tempt you with pleasures, distract you with chaos, break you with failure, and flatter you with false loyalty. But you will remain unmoved because every temptation that destroys other men will already be under your command. You will not just survive, you will dominate. You will not just play the game, you will rewrite it. That is what Machiavellian Mode is all about. Turning yourself into a man so disciplined, so calculated, so dangerous, that no insult, no betrayal, no crisis, no loss can strip you of your sovereignty. If you understand this final truth, write in the comments, "I am untouchable." Say it, own it, repeat it until it carves itself into your identity. Because once you truly become untouchable, you no longer chase power, you become power. And now, if this message struck you, if it woke something inside you, if it made you sharper, colder, stronger, then like this video, subscribe to Machiavellian Mode and turn on notifications. Because this is only the beginning. The empire you're building starts here.